Hi, this is G120. Today we're going to learn this question, what is repentance? I'm going to start this video with what repentance is not. Repentance is not simply feeling bad or guilty about yourself. For instance, Judas Iscariot, he felt guilty for betraying Jesus, and yet that did not drive him into repentance. It drove him to despair. He killed himself for 30 pieces of silver. Guilt is an important part of repentance, but there is such a thing as a guilt that does not lead to repentance. For instance, in 2 Corinthians 7 verse 10 says, "For godly grief produces a repentance that leads to salvation without regret, whereas worldly grief produces death." So, godly sorrow is guilt over sin. Guilt because we have hurt God, we have offended God. That's true godly sorrow. Worldly sorrow focuses on the sin, on us actually. We are feeling guilty, we don't like it, we feel bad, we want it to go away. So godly sorrow focuses on sin and on God. Worldly sorrow focuses on us. It's not correct repentance. Secondly, repentance is not always dramatic. We know the story of Saul, the terrorist who became Paul, the apostle. Perhaps you know the story of Augustine, the pleasure-seeking, flamboyant boyfriend who becomes one of the most famous church fathers of all time. Or you might know the story of C.S. Lewis, the atheist professor who became one of the most able defender of Christianity. Or recently, a story of Christopher Yuan, from a homosexual, drug-dealing a criminal into a Christian professor. Their stories are dramatic, but it's only because their background and the personal crisis. At the core, all of us has dramatic stories. The gospel changes us from the inside out. Real repentance brings radical change in the lives of the converted.